So it's time to start gutting the big girl. I've only got 17 weekends to get this done. Obviously I work full time, so I need to be able to do it on weekends and after work and stuff. I'm gonna take out the platform, take out the drawers, take out the rear cargo barrier, and I'll probably have to get rid of the lithium setup and all of that, and basically get it to the point that there's no electronics in the way and everything. And then as soon as all that's gutted, then I can just send a grinder through it and go from there, I guess. Anyway, we'll see how we go. So yeah, this is all stuff I made custom back ages ago. It was basically just to keep my fridge and clothes and food and everything up out of the water. Here's the setup that I had underneath that platform. Cheap lithium battery from online and an air compressor. And I had a red arc DC to DC on the bottom of that platform over there. God, I had so many electronics in here. Just like all the little camp lights, the camp strips and everything just sitting in here for the Cape trip. So it's, as you can see, it's a bit darker now. It's taken me a while to get it all out. But I should be able to get this cargo barrier out now. She's looking a bit bare in here now. Last thing to come out is those drawers, and then I should be able to start taking out the vinyl and all these door skins and everything to start stripping some wiring. This is what you can expect going through like Wombat Flats and that. Just mud gets just everywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna finish getting these drawers out. Yeah, then I can focus on getting all the electronics out. Like the wiring for the roof, the wiring for the tail lights, rear speakers, all that kind of thing. Then we can put a grinder through it. Well, there she is, she's gutted. God, there was some red dirt under there from the Cape. It's got a bit more interior to do, and then rip some wiring out. So it's the next day. I've come to look at how sad she's looking. The floor actually looks in pretty good condition, rust-wise. Obviously there's a lot of mud laying around under here. I did give it a bit of a hose out last night.
Good?
Yeah. Fucking made for it, man. Yeah, you're right.
Good?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, cut from the other way, come on.
Alright.
Watch fingers.
Like, fuck, that floor's flexing.
Hey?
The floor's flexing.
Yeah, I'll put a fucking new wire up as well. Oh yeah!
Well, look at they have these like, you're going there, you're right. They have like a square nut on top, and then like this steel captive thing on top. I didn't make it, mate. I just fucking destroyed it.
Yeah. Forward, eh? Forward. Yeah.
What have we done?
Wait, go forward again. Go forward.
So yeah, we've cut behind just that rib to start with, but it's probably going to end up a bit shorter than that. Makes me feel a bit sick, to be honest. There she is. She's done, boys.
Right, so here we are. We've got a chop patrol. And the main reason for that is rust. There was rust in and around the rear roof. There was rust in front of the rear wheel arch behind the plastic trim. The whole rear was just so dented. Like, I think I bashed in both D pillars and the next pillar forward on the other side too. Where the rear bar is, it's been smashing the cab from the body movement. Like, they're old cars and they're rusty and they're dented and it just needed a look at. If I had to go through and completely fix the whole thing, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of dents. It's a lot of body mounts. Reducing it down to an extra cab, there's a lot less panels to worry about. There's a lot less old body to worry about. And it's just going to be a lot easier to work with. Plus, utes in the bush are a lot easier to manage. You can just whack the tray into things and it doesn't really matter as much. A wagon is really difficult to keep straight, and if I'm going to all this work, it's going to be an extra cab. With GQs, the rear seat, that's where I drive, and if we were to have it as a single cab, you'd have to have like a bubble back, which is why they have the bubble backs. I'm not sourcing a GQ rear wall because even to get a secondhand ute cab, like, people just want drug money for them. So yeah, it's gonna be an extra cab. I'm gonna have my batteries down behind the seats for the 24-volt winch. And so what's happening next episode? I reckon we will probably start boxing these doors in, running some RHS along the floor, maybe even an RHS cross section, some slats going upwards, and then just try and get the bottom section all boxed in. And then we can start tackling the top section, which I think is going to be a little bit more challenging because we have to get a window in there. I was going to try and do completely tube. I know I've seen BMW they have tube completely around the outside, which gives you that nice contour around the back, but it will be more work and I will have to get like a pretty decent bender. So yeah, don't know how I'm tackling it just yet, but we'll work it out as we go. Drew and I have had to work out a lot of custom things, so it's no different. We'll get it worked out, and then once we get started, it'll start taking shape pretty quickly. I'm really keen to get all the metal work over with, and then I can just focus on the cool stuff like painting it, building the tray, building the bar work, all that sort of stuff's gonna be really fun. So I'm really keen to get the chop just out of the way. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. If you enjoy this, subscribe. It's only episode 1. I'm going to film the whole thing, and hopefully it helps someone, or at least just entertains you for a little while. Watch someone cut into their pride and joy and customize it and ruin it, basically.